níbi tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ gbogbo wọn ẹni pé kò sí wàhálà ṣùgbọ́n àwọn APC wọ́n ní àwọn ní ilé ọ̀dájọ́ pé káwọn padà gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣojú ìjọba ní Ifẹ̀ Central níbí so àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ àgbààgbà ẹgbẹ́ wọn ti ń wá látàárọ̀ tẹ́ bá wò wá rí pé àlàáfíà dídọ̀mọ́ wa yẹn ti wá wọ́n ṣe kó ń bí báyìí a sì rí pé àlàáfíà àwọn òun náà ti wá bí lónìí.
jíjẹ́ ọmọ ọ̀rá rẹ̀ ti wá láìsí wàhálà kankan alága Ifẹ̀ Central Alámídé gbogbo ti wá láìsí wàhálà kankan àwọn èèyàn àti tí wọ́n ti wá ọ̀nàrẹ́bù wa pé iye ọlá omiṣẹ́rẹ́ tí wọ́n yàn náà wá láìsí wàhálà àdẹjà èyí tí wọ́n sọ láti Ifẹ̀ Central àlùkà gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Jímọ̀ Olúṣọlá látàjúbà délé mọ́tòrò kò síjà àyà ẹnìkan ti ní àdúgbò ìbìtò ẹ̀ka bájà àbájà tó kàn débi àdébájà àwọn tó dábẹ́ ti wá wọ́n ti ọmú ìwé wọn àdẹjà àṣìkankan àjà. Orúkọ mi ni Jímọ̀ Olúṣọlá láti ìlú àlùkà gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì àjùbà délé.
Charge.
Good morning.
East local government.
Good morning. Good morning. How do you feel today, sir?
There's no insecurity. I just want to advise all the staff to resume immediately. We are in charge. I'm the present chairman of Ife East local government, Honorable Akinwale. So we advise all the staff to resume immediately. We are in charge. No problem.
Good morning, everyone. Right now, as you can see, we are at the local government secretariat. We got an information that some migrants came to our local government in Ife East local government. But we have come back to show the whole world that we are fully on ground. PDP, we are fully on ground. As you can see, we have confidence in whatever we are doing. Yes, sir. And right now, we are the local government to show the whole world that we are for peace. Yes. And we are ready to abide by the rules and the regulation of our land. Yes, sir. We are for peace. Like I said, we are for peace. But we will not allow anybody whatsoever to come and destabilize the peace we have been enjoying in our local government, in Osun State in general. Yes. So I'm doing this video to let our people know that our election is coming next Saturday. This Saturday,
22nd.
On the 22nd of this February. So we are enjoining our people to come out massively to vote for their right candidate. So we want to thank you for the support you have been giving to us during our campaign, during our past elections. We want you to continue to give us your support, your vote. We want our Imale to continue.
Imale! No shaking. Haruna is okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wà ló bá sí.
àbí ìgbà náà ti mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ṣe wá tó ní.
ọ̀gá yẹn náà wá dùn tó.
èmi wọlé kẹ̀.
ya pósítà fún ẹ̀kí wọlé ya káàfin fún wọlé. àṣìwákan náà káwọn ọlọ́pàá náà àṣìwákan náà fi wọlé táà pdp tọ́wọ́ ká wọn náà lé. àṣìwákan sẹ́ni ọ́pdẹ̀tì náà wọ́n ti máa fún un.
ẹja wọlé. ìbẹ̀yẹ kankan fídíò yìí. ní kìíní náà ń pè mí Ọdúnládé náà. ó pẹ́ tí mo débi lọ́sì.
Àwọn ò bá yẹn jà, àwọn náà yóò wá bí báyìí.
I'm there. I'm local government now. Okay.
Okay, another guy is here. Hello? Another guy is here.
Good morning.
Àwọn tó wà káńsù wa o. Ìfẹsẹ̀ dá local government náà pé bí yìí o. Ìfẹsẹ̀ dá local government náà pé bí yìí o.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ bàbá wa. Ǹjẹ́ a lè mọ̀ yín?
Orúkọ mi ni Honorable Elúgbájú Ọláyẹra, alága àárín-gbùngbùn Ifẹ̀ tí ó jẹ́ Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government.
Ipò wo lẹ ṣì dìmú lákòókò tá a wà yìí?
Ẹ ṣé, èmi náà ni alága àárín-gbùngbùn Ifẹ̀ tó jẹ́ alága lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Mo dẹ̀ rí i pé ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé ẹjọ́ wa wà nílé ẹjọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n pẹ̀lú àṣẹ ilé ẹjọ́ ní Court of Appeal wọ́n ti dá wa padà ní ọjọ́ 10 oṣù tí a wà yìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Òun náà la ṣe lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti lè wá sí ibi tá a wà yìí báyìí.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Tí a bá wò yíká, a rí i pé bí ìdùnnú ó ń lọ lọ́wọ́, àwọn èèyàn náà dẹ̀ péjọpọ̀. Ibo gangan la wà lásìkò yìí nsìn?
Inú ọgbà Ifẹ̀ Secretariat Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government la wà báyìí. Ẹ máa rí i pé inú àwọn èèyàn wa ń dùn, àwọn èèyàn wa àbáyẹn jà àbáyẹn ta, torí pé ẹni tó bá ti ẹni tẹ́ máa yọ ẹgbọ́dọ̀ bàbá láyọ̀ náà yọ ni àwọn èèyàn wa ń yọ, inú wọn ń dùn pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ tá a ní lónìí wípé a wà ní ìjọba àárín-gbùngbùn Ifẹ̀, torí pé ilé ẹjọ́ kan ti lé wa lọ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, bọ̀ sí ilé ẹjọ́ kan ti ní ká padà wá. Òun náà la ṣe lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti lè wá táwọn èèyàn fi bá wa yọ̀ báyìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí.
Kí wá ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́? A rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. Ṣé ẹ ti wọlé sí ọ́fíìsì? A ti wọlé sí ọ́fíìsì
nìyẹn. Èyí ló kàn ń rọ àwọn tó nígbà tá a dẹ̀ di ọ́fíìsì lónìí, a rí i pé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn sí ní ọ́fíìsì. Wọ́n rò pé wàhálà máa wà ní, ṣùgbọ́n mo rọ̀ wọ́n kán tètè padà síbi iṣẹ́, àjà àta ká ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ náà ni. Ẹ máa rí i pé ìjọba tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ìjọba adeleke ilé ẹjọ́ náà ló gbé wọn náà kalẹ̀. Òfin náà là ń lò. Wọ́n ní ìlú tó bá dẹ̀ sí òfin kò sẹ́sẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Òfin ni gbogbo ẹ̀. Ilé ẹjọ́ tí ilé ẹjọ́ bá ní pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ lónìí o, ẹ tún kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀, a tún kó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ilé ẹjọ́ ti ní ká padà síbẹ̀. Ilé ẹjọ́ yẹn náà la dẹ̀ dúró lé lórí lọ́wọ́, òun náà la dẹ̀ ń bá ṣe. Dására mo rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wa, mo rọ̀ wọ́n torí pé ká lè jọ gbé Ifẹ̀ gòkè àgbà, ká lè jọ gbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun gòkè àgbà, torí pé kádédé sọ pé à ń bára wa jà, à ń bára wa ṣe. Dására bára wa jà ẹ̀sà kódà kálẹ̀ ọ̀gá bára wa jà, à ń bára wa ṣe kódà. A rí i pé gbogbo ẹ̀ ń lọ ní ìrọ̀wọ́ ìrọ̀sẹ̀ níbí bí Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ń gba àkóso, àbá ní kankan jà. Ṣùgbọ́n mo rọ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ yẹn kan padà sí ẹnu iṣẹ́, kò sí wàhálà. Mo rò pé ìlú ló ń bá wọn, ṣùgbọ́n kò padà. Àwọn èèyàn wa kejì náà wọ́n ti bọ̀wọ̀ fófin, àwọn ojú kejì ẹgbẹ́ wa náà wọ́n ti bọ̀wọ̀ fófin. Lásàlà kò sí wàhálà, kò sí.
Pẹ̀lú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí, ṣé ẹ lè fi dá wa lójú pé kò ní sí ìtàkóró gan tàbí ìfanfà? Lágbára
Ọlọ́run kò ní sí ìtàkóró gan, torí pé ìpọ́n náà ni wá nífẹ̀ẹ́ àti àtẹwọ́ tó wà lápá bí àtẹgbẹ́ tó wà lápá bí ọmọ ìyá kan náà ni gbogbo wa. A lè máa gbébọn síra wa, a lè máa yọ̀dá síra wa. Ilé ẹjọ́ ló dá wa padà, sẹ́ẹ̀rí wa lóṣù kan CBC sẹ́ẹ̀rí wa ń bí báyìí. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ilé ẹjọ́ bá ti dá wa padà náà, ó láṣẹ lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti lè wá sí ibi tá a wà lónìí. Ilé ẹjọ́ ni o, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ìlú tó bá sófin kò sẹ́sẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Òfin ló gbé wa dúró báyìí, òfin ló gbé mi dúró. Tí bá sófin tó bá ilé ẹjọ́ bá tún dáhùn lọ́la pé kò sáyè fún à ń lọ náà nìyẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí òfin ti gbé wa dúró. Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí kò dẹ̀ lè síjà, kò lè síta, torí pé àwọn ọmọ ìyá wa náà ni wọ́n. Ẹ̀gbọ́n wa wà ń bẹ̀, àbúrò wa wà ń bẹ̀. Ifẹ̀ ṣe ká ṣèlú ni, kí la wá ń bára wa jà fún, torí pé ẹ̀gbọ́n wà ń bẹ̀, àbúrò wà ń bẹ̀. Ìkan náà ni wá o nílùú Ilé-Ifẹ̀. Ifẹ̀ àtún gbọ́dọ̀ rí irú ogun tá a ti rí sẹ́yìn mọ́ nílùú Ilé-Ifẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Ǹjẹ́ a lè mọ orúkọ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí?
Orúkọ mi ni Honorable Elúgbájú Ọláyẹra, tí ó jẹ́ alága àárín-gbùngbùn Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ǹjẹ́ a lè mọ yín sà?
Orúkọ mi ni Samson Falọpẹ́, PRO ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní àárín-gbùngbùn Ifẹ̀ Central, àárín-gbùngbùn Ifẹ̀ local government, that's Ifẹ̀ Central local government.
Tí a bá fojú ní ìwà rí pé bá ṣe wà nínú Ifẹ̀ Central local government, àwọn èrò pọ̀, kí ni nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́?
ẹ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ a wà ní secretariat Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government báyìí látàrí order tó wá láti appeal court of the land wípé ètò ìdìbò tó gbé wa wọlé ní ọdún ya 2022 tí àwọn Federal High Court Òṣogbo tó lé wa kúrò ń bẹ̀ nígbà yẹn wípé ẹjọ́ náà kò lẹ́sẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ wípé àwọn dá wa padà sí council tá a bá gbàgbé ní ìwòyí ìjẹjọ on 10 of February ni wọ́n dá ẹjọ́ yẹn in a 3 unanimous judgments ní Àkúrẹ́ appeal court so a dẹ̀ ti tẹ̀lé gbogbo òfin tó yẹ ká tẹ̀lé láti padà sí council nǹkan tí ilé ẹjọ́ yẹn gan sọ ni wípé ká padà immediately that the judgment should take effect immediately but a ní láti fún àwọn ọ̀gá wa ní ààyè láti yanjú gbogbo gbùngbùn tó bá wà láàrin especially gbogbo àwọn ibi tó bá yẹ kó dé pẹ̀lú oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run ní àná a gbọ́ wípé gbogbo létòlétò ó ti lọ a lè padà sí council carry fún bó ṣe tọ́ àti bó ṣe.
ẹ ṣe gan ni ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá ń sọ yìí ṣé iṣẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pẹrẹwu báyìí.
pẹ̀lú oore ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run ṣe mọ̀ wípé bírò àti ìwé náà ní ọ́fíìsì again bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé secretariat ẹ rí i pé àwọn èèyàn wa ti rí oore ọ̀fẹ́ àti wọ̀ bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àbá àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba ní ẹnu iṣẹ́ nǹkan tí a gbọ́ ni wípé àwọn NSC wọ́n declare holiday tí ò lọ́jọ́ fún àwọn staff tó wà ní secretariat ní local government secretariat ṣùgbọ́n a fẹ́ rọ̀ wọ́n wípé tí báwọn ṣe wà ń sìn autonomy wà ní local government wà by the order of the Supreme Court kò sí ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ kankan tó wà ní under ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ council chairman ní local government òun ló ní àṣẹ ní orí local government ibi tí ó bá ń man tó dẹ̀ ń coordinate so a fẹ́ rọ̀ wọ́n pé tí kò sí ìjà ẹ̀yin náà rí bí pé kò sí ìjà kò sí wàhálà kò sí nǹkan kan so a mọ ìdí tí wọ́n fi sọ pé àwọn ò wá bíṣẹ́ mo fẹ́ rọ̀ wọ́n bí ìwòye tèmi pé kí wọ́n padà sí ẹnu iṣẹ́ ní àsìkò tó tọ́ àti àsìkò tó yẹ.
ǹjẹ́ àlè morúkọ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
ẹ ṣe orúkọ mi ní Samson Falọpẹ the PRO of Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government APC ẹ ṣe gan thank you very much.
ǹjẹ́ àlè mọ̀ yín sà.
orúkọ mi ni honourable barrister Olúbísí Alábòsí tí mo jẹ́ Agọ́ secretary àti chairman Ifẹ̀ Central West.
pẹ̀lú ìwòye gbogbo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìnyí ojú wo lẹ́yìn fi wo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú gbọ̀ngàn Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government.
a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run nítorí pé nígbà tí ilé ẹjọ́ ti dá wa lé àre ní ọjọ́ Monday tó kọjá tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ní pé ká padà sí ọ́fíìsì òun náà làwa ṣe lénìí.
ẹ káàárọ̀ mọ̀.
Yes.
ǹjẹ́ àlè morúkọ yín mọ̀.
orúkọ mi ni ọmọbabìnrin Táíwò Títíládé Adérẹ̀mí secretary Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government. akọ̀wé àgbà Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government.
pẹ̀lú bí ohun gbogbo ṣe ń lọ sí ní ọjọ́ tòní kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní local government lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí.
ní àkọ́kọ́ náà mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún opportunity tó fún wa láti rí ìjọba yìí gbà padà. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn aṣíwájú wa náà tí wọ́n dá wa dá tí wọ́n fi wá sílẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ president Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu for his support. Lágbára Ọlọ́run ìlú àmàtúbàmàtúṣe ní àsìkò títí wọn. As far as I'm concerned, Ifẹ̀ Central is so peaceful. A wà ń bẹ̀, kò síjà, kò síta. We would just like to plead to everyone ní Ifẹ̀ Central àti the government of the day in Osun State to give their support. Our common goal is to move Ifẹ̀ Central forward and Osun State as a whole. So we should just support each other and ká fọwọ́ wé ọwọ́ bí àwọn àgbà ṣe sọ wọ́n lòun ló máa ń jẹ́ kí ọwọ́ kó mọ́. Our common goal náà ni pé ká achieve ká give back to the people kán lè jẹ́ ká fi ìfẹ́ ṣe kí gbogbo wa kó padà kí gbogbo nǹkan lè padà sí bó ṣe yẹ kó rí. Ó jẹ́ nǹkan tí mo ní láti sọ.
ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé iṣẹ́ ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní farawo báyìí.
Iṣẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ títí wa but a rí wípé àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọ́n gbé ilẹ̀kùn tí a kàn mọ ìdí tó fà á but olómọṣẹ́ sọ wípé we would like to plead to Osun State government to support us, to let us work in hand to hand so as to be able to move our local government forward and as well as Osun State. Orúkọ mi ni ọmọbabìnrin Táíwò Títíládé Adérẹ̀mí, alága Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government, secretary Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government. Yes.
ìjà lè mú yín sà.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Honourable Bada Ajibola Taofik ní Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government. Ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ilé Ifẹ̀ ni mí.
Kí ni ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí?
Mo lérò pé inú máa rí pé inú everybody ń dùn lórí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ilé ẹjọ́ tó fi ìkàlẹ̀ sí ìlú Àkúrẹ́ pẹ̀lú ìgbẹ́jọ́ tí a gbé lọ síbẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́, a dẹ̀ rí ìdáláre gbà. So lórí ìdí èyí olófà tá fi ní pé ká wá padà sí ìjọba, ká padà sínú ìjọba wa láti lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjọba, torí pé a rí pé àwọn aráàlú, àwa la súnmọ́ aráàlú, àwa la mọ ibi tí bàtà ti ń ta aráàlú lẹ́sẹ̀, àwa la mọ ibi tí oníkálukú ń gbé, a mọ nǹkan tó yẹ lásìkò láti ṣe fáráàlú. Òun la ṣe ní pé ká tètè padà sí olú iléeṣẹ́ wa láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́, káwọn aráàlú tètè kàn ṣe kí ni, kán lè máa jàǹfààní ètò ìjọba APC. So ìdí nìyẹn tá fi wá síbí. Ẹ̀yin náà dẹ̀ lè rí pé gbogbo wa là ń jó, là ń yọ̀, là ń jẹ, là ń mu. Àwọn ò ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ wa ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ oníjàgùdùjà kan. So ìdí nìyẹn tá fi wá síbí. Ẹ ṣé
gan ni. Ǹjẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ṣe wà ní Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government, ṣé iṣẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pẹrẹwu báyìí?
Torí ẹ̀ náà ẹ máa rí pé iléeṣẹ́ gangan la wà yìí. This is Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government. So ibẹ̀ gan la wà láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́. But nǹkan tó jẹ́ ìyàlẹ́nu fún wa ni pé wọ́n ní gómìnà wa ní àwọn wà ní ọlùdé. So irú ọlùdé tó dẹ̀ wá sí yẹn àti ìmọ̀ báyà ọlùdé ìṣẹ̀ṣe ni àbí ọlùdé àwọn onígbàgbọ́ àbí ọlùdé àwọn onímùsùlùmí. So àti ìrírí mọ irú ọlùdé tí wọ́n wà. But mo lérò pé tí gómìnà wa bá dé láti ọlùdé tí wọ́n lọ, iṣẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pẹrẹu. Dó àwa ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ náà ṣó ti yé, torí àwọn tó fẹ́ gba birth certificate wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀, àwọn tó fẹ́ gba state of origin, a lot of things wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe ń bẹ̀. So iṣẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀, so iṣẹ́ dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹrẹu. So ó jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ olóòtú.
Bó wá ni àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ṣé wọ́n wá síbi iṣẹ́ lẹ́nu?
Mo lérò pé iná lè rí àwọn díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tán wá síbi iṣẹ́. Nǹkan tẹ́ náà máa fojú rí ni wọ́n wá, at least a rí àwọn bíi mélòó kan, kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn ló wá tán, but a rí àwọn bíi mélòó kan because a gbọ́dọ̀ nǹkan kan wà táwọn olóyìnbó máa ń pè ní introduction. Ṣó ti yé, a máa fara wa hàn wọ́n, àwọn náà fara wọn hàn wá. So ó jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ olóòtú.
Ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá wo sàkún nǹkan bó ṣe ń lọ, ilẹ̀kùn àwọn ọ́fíìsì ó wà ní títì, gẹ́gẹ́ láwọn òṣìṣẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan wà ní iṣẹ́.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí mo sọ síwájú, ṣé mọ̀ pé olóyìnbó máa ń pè nǹkan kan ní impromptu. Ó dàbí pé ọlùdé tí gómìnà wa lọ, ìyẹn Adémọ́lá Adeleke, ọlùdé tí wọ́n lọ to me èmi lè pè ní impromptu táwọn olóyìnbó máa ń pè ní pàjáwìrì. Mi rò pé thank God pé orí iléeṣẹ́ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ lẹ ti ń ṣiṣẹ́. Mi rò pé ẹ̀yin náà ti gbé sáfẹ́fẹ́ pé gómìnà máa lọ sí ọlùdé ọlọ́jọ́ iye báyìí àbí iye báyìí. Ṣó ti yé yìí? So ìdí nìyẹn tẹ́ fi rí àwọn ọ́fíìsì kọ̀ọ̀kan tí wọ́n ti pa. But despite pé wọ́n ti ọ́fíìsì pa, a ṣì rí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ibẹ̀ tó ṣì wá bíi mélòó bíi méjì kan wọ́n ṣì wá. Tọ́dẹ̀ ń sọ pé pẹ̀lẹ́ o, wọ́n kí wa, àwa náà kí wọn. Torí wọ́n fẹ́ àwọn náà inú wọn ti ẹ̀dùn láti mọ̀ wá, inú wọn dùn láti tètè mọ̀ wá, so that ilé iṣẹ́ á lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní pẹrẹu.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an àdúgbò. Ǹjẹ́ a lè morúkọ nílẹ̀ kan sí?
Orúkọ mi ni Bada Ajibola Taofik, ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ilé Ifẹ̀ ní Ifẹ̀ Central Local Government.
In few words, in English.
You mean my name, yeah?
No, what you've said, what you say to people at home in English.
Oh, okay. What really happened here is based on the judgment given to us from Akure. So that's why we are gathered here to start our duty, to perform our normal duty. But to our surprise, we were told, but it's not, it's an impromptu, let me just put it that way, that the governor, Ademola Adeleke, that is on, I don't know if it is a holiday or Muslim holiday or
Christian holiday, but we were told that the governor give a holiday to all the civil servants in Osun State. So, but at the same time, we still met some local government staff in Ife Central local government. So, thank you, sir.
How about the atmosphere in this central government?
Yeah, you can see it. Everywhere is going smoothly. No fighting, no violence. The security agents are in the front of the local government. Actually, I don't know what they are doing there, but I can see the security personnel sitting down, enjoying, laughing. They are even dancing to Portable, just to show you how the atmosphere look like. Thank you. So I'm Honorable Bada Ajibola Taufik. Thank you very much.
Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ọmọọba Adémọ́lá Adeleke ti ní kí àwọn èèyàn ìlú má ṣe dé àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ gbogbo èyí ní local government secretariat eléyìí tó wà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Bákan náà ló bá wọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ mọ̀lẹ́bí àwọn tí wọ́n farapa tí wọ́n kú nínú ìjàmbá àti ìkọlù èyí tó wáyé láàrin àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ gànfẹ́ láàrin ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú méjèèjì pàápàá jùlọ tí wọ́n ní àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ni wọ́n lọ gbàjọba lọ́nà tí kò tọ́. Gómìnà Adémọ́lá Adeleke náà ló ti pàṣẹ fún gbogbo èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pátá láti ṣọ́ra fún àwọn àdúgbò àti agbègbè èyí tó bí ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ bá wà káàkiri ń bẹ̀ láti dáàbò bo ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá wọn nínú ìfọwọ́sí rẹ̀ pàápàá jùlọ pẹ̀lú bí àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC bí wọ́n ṣe gba ìjọba nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun láwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ gbogbo. Gómìnà ní òun ti gbọ́ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún táwọn sì ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Òní bákan náà ni wọ́n ti pàṣẹ fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tí wọ́n jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ local government láti káàgára wọn kò láwọn local government ọ̀hún. Ó wà ní káwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun gbogbo ṣọ́ra o láwọn agbègbè náà pé bákan náà ló jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kí wọ́n ti àwọn local government náà pa. Ó wà ní òun bá wọn kẹ́dùn àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti lọ. Wọ́n pé àwọn èèyàn 5 ní ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú People's Democratic Party ti pàdánù. Wọ́n nínú wọn láti rí 2 láti Ìrágbìjí Borípẹ́ local government, 2 láti Ọláolúwa local government tó fi mọ́ ẹyọ kan láti Ìkirè. Gómìnà ní àwọn yóò rí dá dúró ìpànìyàn yìí tó ń wáyé nínú ìjà ọ̀hún tó sì ti pàṣẹ fún àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò láti dúró gògògò wá káàkiri àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ gbogbo nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Ìròyìn ni ó wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tó jẹ́ akọ̀ròyìn gómìnà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Malam Ọláwálé Rasheed Kọláwọlé Azeez Abiodun ló ń jábọ̀ fún iléeṣẹ́ Wo Ìbílẹ̀ TV. Àwọn fọ́nrán àti fídíò oríṣiríṣi tó ṣẹlẹ̀ máa mú wá sójú wòran yín. Ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀ tẹ́ ń bá wo àwọn fọ́nrán wọ̀nyí.
Àwọn tí yí wọ́n mọ̀lẹ́ àwọn tí yí wọ́n mọ̀lẹ́ kéde àbí òkè òwe sàrà fòṣìlá onírọ̀ pàrọ̀ onírọ̀ onírọ̀ pàrọ̀ onírọ̀.
sí ọ́fíìsì àwọn tí ó wà ní.
David Adeleke lẹ́ni tí ó jẹ́ mọ̀lẹ́bí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Adémọ́lá Adeleke ló ti fọnmú o lórí làkálí wàhálà ìdààmú èyí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tó sì sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá gbà fún wa lẹ́rọ̀ àwa náà ò ní gbà fún yín lẹ́rọ̀ o. Ó ní àjọ fà á tí ó jọ tó ra wọn ni o níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ń lọ wípé kí ni tó dé gan tẹ́ ẹ̀ jẹ́ kí ẹ̀gbọ́n òun kí wọ́n fi ẹ̀dọ̀ lórí òróǹro pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ṣe jẹ́ gómìnà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Ó sọ lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì wípé wàhálà fún wàhálà ìjàkadì fún ìjàkadì ni làwọn ó fọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún ṣe o. Bákan náà ló búra wípé nínú wàhálà ìjàkadì ọ̀hún iná làwọn ó ti gbé gbẹ́rẹ́ ìjàkà náà pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn ọ̀hún. Davido fọnmú ó ti wà káàkiri ní ojú ìwòran Wo Ìbílẹ̀ TV.
Because at this point, these niggas is fuckers, bro. And if you don't go mad for mad, they won't go for mad. We're mad.
You are mad. We are mad too. You think you are crazy, Abi? We are crazy, motherfucker. What's up? Pull up. I'm gonna fuck you up. I swear to God on my life, bro. I swear to God. But I'm madder than you.
A fi àsìkò yìí sọ fún ìjọba gómìnà Ọ̀ṣun pé ọ̀kan nínú àwọn èèyàn wa tí àwọn APC yìnbọn pa ní ònírè o nítorí tí ọkàn wọn. A wá ń fi àsìkò yìí rọ ìjọba Adémọ́lá Adélékè tí wọ́n bá ní tèkì àsàn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Nítorí kó yà wá lẹ́nu. Àwa rọ Adémọ́lá Adélékè ọjọ́ kí wọ́n bá ní tèkì àsàn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Àwa là wà ní local government wa. Àwa là wà ní local government wa, Ọláolúwa local government. Wọ́n jà wá lẹ́nu bí wọ́n ti kó àwọn atọ́jú àkáwá mọ́. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá náà ti support wọn láti mọ ẹyin tíágàt. Èmi tí mo dúró tíágàt méjì náà yìn sí mi. Àwa ń rọ ìjọba Adémọ́lá Adélékè gbogbo àwọn APC Ọláolúwa tí ẹ dẹ́wò rẹ o. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tí ẹ yìnbọn tí ẹ parí o. Ó sẹ́ bímọ ni o. Ẹjọ́ ẹni sùúrù. Ó tẹ̀sẹ̀ bímọ ni fún ìdí èyí. À ń rọ ìjọba yìí. À ń retí àsàn ní kankan lórí tí wọ́n ṣe fún àyè. Àmọ́ tí agbára wọn ọ̀ka wa o. Ṣùgbọ́n àjọ wà lórí ẹ̀. Ọláolúwa local government la wa o. À ń rọ ìjọba wa láti kò mọ́ láti dàgbé lónìí. Agbára Ọlọ́run.
Nínú rògbòdìyàn wàhálà ìdààmú èyí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pàápàá jùlọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ èyí tí àwọn èèyàn ti ń kan lórí rẹ̀ pé kò yẹ kó jẹ́ òun gangan yóò mọ̀ fa wàhálà ní ìròyìn ti gbé wípé wọ́n ti yìnbọn pa ẹnìkan o tó jẹ́ alága ti chairman of Ìrèwọlé local government ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun torúkọ rẹ̀ ń jẹ́ Remi Abbas. Wọ́n ní àwọn agbébọn kan tí wọ́n fúnra sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú People's Democratic Party náà ni wọ́n ṣekú pa alága náà ní secretariat tó wà ní ìlú Ìkirè, ṣùgbọ́n tí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú People's Democratic Party ní àwọn kò ní kankan ṣe o pẹ̀lú ikú alága ọ̀hún wípé wọ́n fi ìjà pẹ́ẹ́ta ni o pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ gànfẹ́ ní Ìkirè. Ìbànújẹ́ sórí àgbàkodò nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun o pẹ̀lú bí ìròyìn ṣe gbé wípé wọ́n ti yìnbọn pa alága ti eléyìí tó jẹ́ ti ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC èyí tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ní kí wọ́n wọlé padà gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága nílùú Ìkirè. Remi Abbas lórúkọ alága ọ̀hún. Wọ́n pe ìbànújẹ́ ohun ẹkún òṣè ló sọ nílé arákùnrin náà kí Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè máa dáàbò rẹ̀ bo ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wá ní o. Ìròyìn wá láti iléeṣẹ́ Wo Ìbílẹ̀ TV.
To Osun State Government House, I'm going to take my time to address you. I call this press conference to alert the national global audience about a deliberate plot to create chaos and anarchy in Osun State. I invite you all to expose a faceless anti-democratic agenda designed to enforce a non-existing court judgment on our local government. This evil plot is being spearheaded by the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Oyetola, in active collaboration with Osun State Commissioner of Police, the Osun State Director of DSS, and the State Commandant of the Civil Defense Corps. Before I continue this address, let me affirm that I know Mr. President to be a true Democrat, a lover of rule of law, and a believer in the sanctity of the judicial process. I know, as a matter of fact, that Mr. President will never authorize a dictatorial violation of the Constitution irrespective of who is involved. It is crucial to add that Mr. President will never support any action that is capable of generating bloodbath and bloodshed. I, however, regret to inform Mr. President and the public that Mr. Oyetola has concluded an arrangement to cause mayhem in Osun State starting from Monday. He is issuing illegal directives to security operatives to enforce illegality simply because he is nephew of Mr. President. I choose to alert the nation before my people are killed or maimed by a minister dropping the name of Mr. President in connivance with the Osun State security operatives obeying unlawful orders. The bone of contention is the brazen effrontery to return to office council chairman sacked by a substitute court judgment using a different court decision, which has no consequential order. Let me make it clear that the said council chairman was sacked before I was sworn in as governor of Osun State. Contrary to the lie, the script Mr. Oyetola is playing is about the most reprehensible abuse of power in this fourth republic, capable of untold and unforeseen consequences on the polity. The general public is aware that there were two different federal high court judgments on the local government election of 2022. The first judgment was on the suit filed by the People's Democratic Party (PDP), which sacked the product of the 2022 polls. The second judgment was on the suit filed by the Action People's Party (APP), which also sacked the chairman and councillor produced by the said 2022 Osun local government polls. The APC appeal against the judgment obtained by the PDP was partially successful, and the said judgment was struck out based on the timing of filing, having been filed before notice of election was published. It needs to be emphasized that the judgment contained no consequential order. The APC, in its amended notice of appeal, asked the Court of Appeal to reinstate the sacked chairman and councillors, but the Court of Appeal, in its wisdom, said it has become an academic exercise. The request for the reinstatement of the chairman and councillor was not granted. However, the appeal by the APC against the APP judgment did not succeed at the Court of Appeal, which makes the judgment still subsisting and alive. The Court of Appeal dismissed the APC appeal against the judgment obtained by the APP. The only legal open to the APC is to appeal the APP judgment and the subsequent ruling of the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court. The certified true copies of both judgments had earlier been forwarded to the Osun State Commissioner of Police, the State Director of DSS, and the State Commandant of Civil Defense by Osun State Attorney General for their information and record. The certified true copies of both judgments are in the public domain. The judgment of the Court of Appeal on the PDP case was not ambiguous whatsoever. It simply struck out of the PDP suit and did not, in any of its paragraphs, order the reinstatement of the sacked council chairman and councillors. It is very clear that no consequential order was made before the APP case is still subsisting. As I stated earlier, the Court of Appeal said that the request of the reinstatement of the chairman and councillor has become an academic exercise. We call on legal luminaries and the Nigerian Bar Association to fact-check our claim by reading and interpreting the judgment. Even as a layman can comprehend the meaning except those with an agenda to destroy peace and progress of Osun State. In a democratic society governed by the rule of law, we all must submit to the law. If we are dissatisfied with the outcome of a court process, we can appeal to the next court to end at the Supreme Court. If you are not sure of the meaning and intent of a court judgment, the system expects you to apply for interpretation against true court system. It is illegal, unconstitutional, and anti-democratic to take the law into your own hands. For a serving minister, the person of Mr. Oyetola, to lead charge to violate the Constitution and foment violence over a judicial process is not only shameful, but is sadism and treason taken too far. We have it on good authority that Mr. Oyetola has instructed the Osun State Commissioner of Police, the State Director of DSS, and the State Commandant of Civil Defense Corps to mobilize security operatives from within Osun State, effect the non-existing judgment by forcefully taking over the local government on Monday. Mr. Oyetola and the police boss have been holding a series of meetings on how to effect the illegal operations. We affirm that Mr. Oyetola has no constitutional authority to issue directive to the security agencies. The fact that Mr. Oyetola is nephew of Mr. President does not confer any such authority on him. We see this as a gross betrayal of trust reposed in the Osun State security officers by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to state that the current nefarious activities of Mr. Oyetola and bosses of Osun Security Agency constitute great incitement. This needs to stop because we are neither interested in resorting to self-help nor in support of violence to resolve political matters. As much as we are law-abiding people, we are fierce protectors of our rights at night and by the day. I want to place on notice the Nigerian public and our friends in the diplomatic community and the lovers of democracy and rule of law that our people will not accept any attempt to impose illegality and anarchy on us. We will not allow any takeover of local government except through a judicial pronouncement or democratic process. We vehemently reject any ploy to deploy non-existing court order to achieve local political power. I repeat, we vehemently reject any ploy to deploy any existing court order to achieve political power. I therefore appeal to Mr. President, who is a renowned Democrat, to insist on the rule of law by instructing the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of DSS, the Commandant General of Civil Defense, corpse not to obey an illegal order from his nephew, Mr. Oyetola. The Osun State security chiefs should also be called to order. I call on Mr. President to instruct the National Security Advisor and the Attorney General of the Federation to personally verify the fact the Court of Appeal judgment did not reinstate the sacked local government chairmen and councillors, and the fact that there is a subsisting judgment of court that sacked the chairman and councillor produced by the 2022 local government polls. The Nigerian public should hold Mr. Oyetola and the Osun State security chiefs responsible for any breakdown of law and order in the state tomorrow, Monday, and beyond. It is unfortunate that the Osun State security chiefs are taking instruction from Mr. Oyetola just because he's the nephew of Mr. President. It is not acceptable. As much as we do our best to maintain peace, we call on men and women of goodwill to intervene before it's too late. I repeat, as much as we will do our best to maintain peace, we call on men and women of goodwill to intervene before it's too late. I thank you all for listening. And now, I will call on my Attorney General, Mr. Bada, to further explain and expatiate before my Commissioner of Information will address you to. Over to you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I think at this point, it is expedient for us to look at the judgment of the Court of Appeal that some people are interpreting wrongly. Page 34 of that judgment contained the 4 issues for determination that was before the Court of Appeal. And at issue 1 deals with the amendment that the Federal Court granted to PDP, portion to the application filed by PDP before the Federal Court. Then issue 2 talked about, it borders on the time at which the PDP brought the action, if it is premature or not. And the Court of Appeal at page 49 and 50, the last paragraph of page 49, if I may just read out. Now, since it is the position of this court that there is no valid originating process to confer jurisdiction on the lower court to hear and determine the claim of the first respondent, there is no point in considering the remaining issues. A consideration of the 2 remaining issues has now become an academic exercise, which this court is not prepared to venture into. The 2 remaining issues not considered are the issues on restating the sacked chairman and councillor by the Federal Court, Oshogo. The Court of Appeal did not consider it because it is academic and is not prepared to venture into same. The Court of Appeal went further. In the circumstances, the resolution of the 2 issues in favor of the appellants, in the circumstances, with the resolution of the 2 issues in favor of the appellants, it follows that this appeal is meritorious and it is accordingly allowed. The amended originating summon is hereby struck out for incompetence. Consequently, suit number FHC/OS/CS/94/2022B and is hereby struck out. Cost of 250,000 to the appellant against the first respondent. The implication of this is that the suit filed by PDP was struck out by the Court of Appeal, and of course, by implication, the judgment, of course, was also struck out. That means PDP never brought any action, and there was no judgment. There was no order, no consequential order, or the Court of Appeal did not even consider the issue that borders on restating the sacked chairman and councillor. It was never considered by the Court of Appeal, and there was no order in respect of those issues, because according to the Court of Appeal, it is academic, and they are not prepared to venture into same. So the implication now is that The chairman remains sacked. The suit is struck out, and the judgment, of course, is set aside. But now it is expedient at this point that I refer the House to the Federal Court decision in F suit number FHC/OS/CS/103/2022 between Action People's Party, APP, and Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and 6 others, wherein the Federal Court held thus at, just 1 minute, it was a judgment in rem, where the Federal Court at pages 47 to 48 held us. Furthermore, in the exercise of the power conferred on me by Section 6A and B of the 1999 Constitution as amended, I hereby make the following consequential orders. 1. The election into the local government council across Osun State, held on 15/10/2022, pursuant to notice of election, issued on 15/8/2022, is hereby declared unconstitutional, invalid, null and void for violation of the Constitution and breach of sections 28, 29, 32, 98, and 150 of the Electoral Act 2022. Then 2, all persons or individuals occupying offices in the state local government council by virtue of the said election are accordingly sacked from holding such offices. 3, sections 25 and 26 of the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission Law 2022 having been enacted in contravention of paragraph 12 of the part 2, second schedule to the Constitution, and being inconsistent with section 29 and 32 of the Electoral Act 2022 are hereby struck down. The above is the verdict of this court. Now, this judgment is a judgment in rem that binds everybody, including all political parties in Osun State and even Nigeria, that are eligible to participate in the election, OSEC election of 2022. It's a judgment in rem, and it's still subsisting. And also, of course, it's also expedient that I also draw the attention of the gentlemen of the press to the decision of the Court of Appeal on the 13th of January 2025 that dismissed the appeal filed by the APC against the judgment of the Federal Court in the APP's judgment. So as it is now, the judgment of the APC is subsisting, and it's a judgment in rem. The sacked chairman and councillors that were sacked by the 2 Federal Court judgments still remain sacked. There's no decision of any court of law restating them back to office, contrary to the misinformation that is being expressed in the public. But I also want the gentlemen of the press to also take note that assuming there was any order, the beneficiary of the judgment knows what to do. They will approach the courts to try to enforce it by bringing the contempt proceeding against whoever that is stopping them from enforcing same. So if at all there was any, they should not resort into self-help, because the rule of law and the rule of force are mutually exclusive. Governor of Lagos and Ojukwu is a very is translation of law, and owners of Christ Apostolic Church and Arulei is very, very, it's strikes. So assuming they had any case, they should approach the Court of Appeal for an order of commuter and to enforce. There's nothing to enforce. Thank you, gentlemen of the press.
Gentlemen of the press, I will not repeat what has been emphasized by His Excellency, the Governor of Osun State, Senator Dr. Adeleke, and what has been reinstated by the Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, my brother, Oluwole Jimebada. But I want to play devil's advocate of what they have been saying. Their own argument is that the Court of Appeal is superior to the Federal High Court. And that judgment, the appeal having been allowed, has restored them. Let us go by their own arguments. That judgment, as far as the judgment given in respect of PDP case is concerned, is valid, and that judgment is no longer in existence. There's no argument about that one. However, either rightly or wrongly, the Court of Appeal did not make any consequential order. And the ground upon which the appeal against the judgment obtained by the PDP is that the originating summons with which the PDP applied to the court was incompetent because it discloses no cause of action. The Court of Appeal did not go into the merit of the case. What was the merit of the case? The merit of the case is the validity or otherwise of the notice given, which the Court of Appeal did not determine. And since there are two separate judgments, one obtained by the PDP, yes, annulled. Another one obtained by the APP. The two parties are different. The two judgments with two different suits. The two suits were never consolidated at the Federal High Court. The Court of Appeal gave the two judgments in different dates. And so the two judgments stand, and from the two judgments, the election were annulled. And the council chairman and the councillor, they were asked to vacate. Now, assuming, going by their own argument, the PDP case and the judgment in respect of it has gone. The one obtained by the APP, if you could recollect, the APC appealed the two judgments. They did, knowing fully well, the two judgments as force of law. Now, looking at the case of APP, they didn't see how they would prosecute the appeal because the APP filed the case after the notice has been published. So they didn't get enough argument to push it forward. So they deliberately abandoned the case, the judgment obtained by the APP. They pushed that of the judgment obtained by the PDP because they find a lacuna that this case was actually filed before the notice was published. So if we agree with them that the judgments in respect of the case of PDP obtained by the PDP has gone, the judgment in respect of the APP, which they filed the appeal and they abandoned, and the Court of Appeal struck out the appeal, becomes subsisting. You cannot pick and choose. So all the arguments as per the case of a PDP, yes, they are right, but they will always be silent on the case and the judgment of APP, which is subsisting. My learned friend, Honorable Attorney General, said the judgment is a judgment in. What does it mean? The meaning of that one is irrespective of the party in that case. The judgment of the court that sacked them is valid and enforceable. It's not as if because the PDP is not the party there. It's not about who is the party. It's about the judgment that has been delivered by the Federal High Court. We want you people to understand this thing so that you know that we are on a formatory. And let us now see the consequence. Let us agree they now go to the council. They will be guilty of three things. First and foremost, they will be guilty of disrupting the public peace. Secondly, if they get to a local government and do anything funny there, they will be guilty of destruction of public property. And the third one, they will be guilty of contempt. And we want the whole world to know that they should not test the will of this government. Any one of them that dare and try to go to any of our local government, we will file contempt of court before the Federal High Court. We will now expect them to bring the Court of Appeal of a different suit to come and defend it. So we are warning them now, as stated by our governor, that we know our president to be a Democrat and somebody who respects the rule of law. We know that wise counsel will prevail. Thank you very much.
And I thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.
allow barbaric activities and activities that's very opposite to the intention and purpose of Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended. It's quite unfortunate that the governor of Osun State, Senator Nuruddin Jackson Ademola Adeleke, who was one time a member of the National Assembly, would not uphold the oath of office he took to defend the citizens, their lives and property, and to protect the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Following the judgment of the Court of Appeal of 10th of February 2025 that gave power to those people Governor Adeleke sacked through his executive order a night before he assumed office. Today, our chairmen and councillors reported on duty. I can tell you for free that by 9 a.m. today, 9 a.m. this morning, our chairmen in 15 local governments have resumed office. 9 in Osun Central. By 9 a.m., 9 local government chairmen in Osun that has 10 local governments are resumed. In Osun East, Ilesha East, Ife Central, Ife East, Ife North, Ilesha West, Atakumosa West are resumed before 9 o'clock. If you look at the total, the information available to us at 9 a.m., we've resumed in 15 local governments out of 30. And it followed suit. If a not also resumed, and people in the West, Irewole, Ayedade, Ishokan, Iwo, Ejigo, Egbedore, Olaoluwa, by around 9:30, they are resumed in their offices. Even Ede South, that houses the private apartment of the governor, they are resumed by 9:15 a.m. To our amazement, PDP talks started going to those councils. Perhaps they will be able to overpower them and ask them to leave. What baffled us was the fact that the Secretary of the State Government, Mr. Igbalaye, also led troops of PDP talks to Osogbo local government. And it was live on Facebook, threatening anybody that will come around from APC. I'd like to state this. If a governor loses the coercive power of the state, he needs not to be told that he has lost it. Because the coercive power of the state includes the allegiance and alignment with the security agencies of the state. The governor himself, Governor Adeleke himself said the police, the DSS, the civil defense were not listening to him on the issue of this local government. And is it not instructive enough for a governor who's supposed to be the father of the state not to unleash terror from thugs on his people? I'd like to ask Mr. Governor, the tenure of this local government chairman runs for years. Will you continue to close the door of local government secretariats? How long will he do this? And I'd like to, at this juncture, appeal to the traditional rulers who are our fathers to all people. to pull this bull in the China shop back so that they don't destroy what we have all labored for as a state. All the people who are being attacked today, who are being killed today, who are being shot at today, are prides of our state. If they say the tomorrow of a state, of a nation, these are tomorrow of our nation. Over what? But I'll give you the reason why they are doing this. 9 billion naira is the allocation of all local governments in Osun State, which autonomy has taken away from Governor Adeleke. Ẹ̀yin bàbá wa kábíyèsí, they are killing your children because of 9 billion naira allocation. They don't want to allow the Court of Appeal judgment to see the light of the day because of 9 billion naira allocation that they cannot account for. It is a pity that we lost our people in Irewole, in Isokon. Let me say this. Also at Olaoluwa, we also lost people. The chairman for Irewole local government, Honorable Abbas, was about to cross the Ibadan-Ife expressway to the council, and he was killed this morning. He was not going to any other place, he was going to resume. They have also killed councillors in Isokon. They attack people in Iragbiji, they attack people in Osogbo, they attack people in Olonda, and just by the whiskers, the executive director of Federal Housing Authority, Engineer Remi Omowaye, was waylaid and ambushed in Ilesha, near the Ilesha West local government at Tomi Aladie. They are burning his office in Ilesha as we speak. If you, gentlemen of friends, you have visited this bus, his vehicles outside, you can count close to 45 bullet points on that Toyota Hiace. They escaped death by whiskers. Ladies and gentlemen, at Ife East, somebody was also shot at in the leg by PDP thugs. In Ife South, they will not allow the chairman to get to his office because that place is a den of militants and thugs. I want to ask the governor, is this the oath of office you swore to? Is this way you are going to observe the constitution and comply with all that is therein? We want to say, omi tó bá mọ níwọ̀n náà máa rẹ́ lásì o. Omi tó bá mọ níwọ̀n náà máa rẹ́ lásì. This fight, Mr. Governor, is better, sir. Your Excellency, don't start it. Because it's a pointer that security agencies are not listening to you over this matter. Please, sir, Your Excellency, don't lose this fight. If you fight, you are going to lose it. We sympathize with those people who are being used to attack people, to destroy property, to burn down houses. In Ejigo, they have attacked Badi Falade's hotel. They destroyed Senator Muntasulu Osen's vehicle. They also destroyed other people's property. This is not Osun, Mr. Governor, that you claimed your dad, your late dad, distinguished Senator Adeleke, fought to build. Don't destroy the legacies of Senator Adeleke. We like to say the federal government that will uphold the justice and the rule of law and complied, that would do that should ask the Attorney General of the Federation to interpret that judgment, not only directing that the law enforcement agency should do it. We invite you to come and mediate. Come and calm us down in Osun. We don't want trouble. May God heal. But Governor Adeleke is kidding us. Today, we have casualties, property destroyed, people beaten, women beaten up. But we will continue to go to the office. If your talks are not enough, you better conjure more from heaven if they are coming from heaven. But I know for sure they are coming from the head. Conjure more from the head, your talks, because we will not stop going to the office. May God heal our land. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We also invite Prince Adeleke. Okay. So, Honorable Memwai.
Good afternoon, everybody. The chairman of our great party, my colleagues are here, gentlemen of the press. It's quite unfortunate that Governor Adeleke is burning down Osun, his cleaners. Osun is not his father's property. We got a court judgment which others are clearly stated that our local government chairman and councillors should resume back to work. But it's quite unfortunate that instead of that, they started killing our people. I was brutally attacked. My driver was shot at. My vehicles was sprayed. For the timely intervention of my security attaché, I would have been killed. Now the question is, am I a local government official? Did I go to meet them anywhere? I hail from Elisha. I was leaving my office in Elisha, coming to Shugba, and I was really that I was attacked. You can see the evidence. It's so bad that Amotekun too joined them. We call on the IGP, Amotekun must be proscribed in Osun. They are using them to kill us. Yes. I am an appointee of the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I am not one of the elected chairmen or councillors, so why would they attack me? Now I've gotten the information that they are moving from one house to another to attack our people in Elisha. This morning when we got to Elisha West, and we are told they had brought hoodlums, heavily armed thugs. We told our party members that don't go, so we did not go to the secretariat. We did not go to the secretariat because we felt whether we go or we don't go, our people had become the chairman. Toby Famrewa, the chairman, was also seriously attacked. Go and look at his vehicle outside too. He did not go to the council. He was just going on his own. He was seriously attacked. He's seated here. Honorable Famrewa. He's also from Elisha West. PDP has a record of violence. We know that. But we are calling on Mr. President. We are calling on the IGP and the DGDSS. Come to our aid in Osun. They are killing us. Just as my colleague mentioned earlier, traditional institution, they are killing your children. And it is because they want to go and loot. They've been looting the local government. They want to continue. A lot of people have been killed. Remi Abbas was killed this morning. It's sad. If I did not have security operators, I would have been killed. My driver was shot at. For what? We have told them that if you have issues with the judgment, you are not comfortable with judgment, go and pursue stay of execution, you go to Supreme Court. Must they kill people? So we are calling on Nigeria. We are peace-loving Nigerians. And this is our legitimate right. Would they say I should not move on the street again? So we call on Nigerians. We call on the president. Mr. President, we know you are for rule of law. The Attorney General of the Federation, you are for rule of law. The Inspector General, you are for rule of law. We call on all of you. You are killing our people. They are destroying properties. And they have promised that overnight they are going to still burn more properties. We are peace-loving people. We have capacity to face them, but we are not going to face them because we are peace-loving people. The Honorable Minister for Marine and Bull Economy specifically gave instruction. Nobody must fight. That is why you see that we are the one on the receiving end. We have lost a lot of people. A lot of people are missing that we can't even find now. And they have promised. It's so sad that in Ilesha West is the chief whip. While they call him Water. That led the team. It was later that I got that he still had the infantry to follow my convoy after they had shot at us, shot at my driver. An elected member of the House of Assembly? That is sad. Mr. President, come to our aid. IGP would beg you come to our aid. The Attorney General of the Federation is a seasoned lawyer. Please come to our aid. The DGDSS, come to our aid. It is our legitimate right. These people were voted for by the people of Osun. Adeleke is running as a governor. We are not disturbing him. He should not disturb those that have been validly elected to run in the local government. And we called for the immediate arrest of some of those that perpetrated this crime. I reliably gathered that talks moved from a particular building into Iriwole local government to kill Remi Abbas. They attacked me. Amotekun was there. Amotekun also joined to shoot at my convoy. I'm also told that there's a police attaché of one of the PDP officials. We want the police to also carry out the investigation. We want to beg the people of Osun and urge them that we would always be by their side. This morning, the Commissioner for Information went to the radio station, 8 radio stations, and was saying all sorts of lies. That we left government over 2 years ago embezzled this and that is going to publish how we embezzled the money. So we are waiting for him. So it is now that they know that we have questions to answer after over 2 years. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. We also call on Honorable Olatubo. Okay.
Are we set?
No, this just happened. Just got information now that my office in Ilesha is being attacked heavily now. Yes, in Ilesha now.
you set?
Now,
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Good afternoon, the chairman of our party, APC. Other leaders who are present. I recognize the youth leader of our party, Osun. Gentlemen of the press, good afternoon. My name is Prince Adeleke, the former commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs under the regime of adeleke oyetola as the governor. The situation in Osun is so pathetic and it's sad, but we cannot but know. We are mourning one of our valuable chieftain of APC, late Abbas Remy, is the chairman of the Rewole local government, killed this morning by PDP thugs. We want to tell the whole world that Governor Adeleke of Osun State himself is a product of court judgment. After our election in 2022, we went to court as APC to challenge the outcome of the election. And at the tribunal level, we were adjudged the winner. No crisis in Osun. Governor Adeleke appealed to the Court of Appeal, and the appellate court said and pronounced that that election was won by Governor Adeleke. We did not cause any crisis. We went to the Supreme Court, which is the apex court. The Supreme Court adjudged that truly APC lost the election. Even though we lost the election in the midst of serious violence, more than 20 members of our party were cold-bloodedly killed in 2022. Even in that election, voting was still going on in two powerful local governments of Ede till 8 p.m. So we knew we didn't lose the election. We lost the counting. We got a judgment from the Court of Appeal that says our chairman that contested and won election into the council in 2022 should return to their offices peacefully and continue with their job. In 2022, they did this election and won, but the PDP took us to court. At the High Court in Osogbo, a judgment delivered by Justice Ayo Emmanuel, that election was proclaimed null and void. We did not cause any problem. We moved to the Court of Appeal in Akure. On the 10th of February 2025, the judgment was delivered. And in that judgment, every question, every decision that we actually wanted the Court of Appeal to make, everything that was sorted, the appeal was allowed. Among it was that our chairman that were unlawfully removed by Governor civility through his aides, especially the Commissioner for Information by Sakola Kwalimi, they started threatening that if we are truly the son and daughters of our father, as happened, we lost Abbas and we lost other people. But that is not to say that the rule of law will be abandoned. You want to kill all of us? We already have the list. You have list of people you want to kill, you want to burn their properties. Remi Omowaye was attacked. So many of our leaders. And I want to tell the whole world that for you to know that Governor Adeleke and his government is in the know of all this. They wrongly accused the Minister for Marine and Blue Economy that he took over the control of the security, a governor. When you won your own election in the Supreme Court, the former governor, Oyetola, did not take over of the security apparatus in the state. We are disappointed. If truly it's Osun people that voted for Governor Adeleke, Osun people we are bleeding because you have failed to protect our lives and property. Legally, we have resumed. If you want the interpretation of the law, of the judgment, the law has allowed you to either get stay of execution or you proceed to Supreme Court. This is uncivilized. And they lie a lot. What you want to do, what you are planning to do is what you accuse other people of doing on social media, where you are threatening your senators, your rep members, threatening they will do this, they will do that. This is democracy. The Court of Appeal has said our chairman to go back. You have killed one of them out of 31. Then we have 30. How many will you kill? Because others will still go back to their office and they are ready for you to kill them. This morning in Boripe local government, a press conference was organized by the PDP. I think one of their commissioners that is from Ororuho, I don't have his name, alleged that myself, Bayo Adeleke, led talks to Boripe local government. I thank God for how he made me. As at 8:30 this morning, I was on an interview with Western Television. That lasted about 30 minutes. As at 12 noon, I was on interview with Channels Television. By 12:30 and 1, I was on an interview with Afik Radio. And you are in Boripe saying Bayo Adeleke Bani, PDP, an epitome of life. That's their trade. That is to tell you that anything you say about our party now are all lies. Because that one you goofed totally. The interview that I did on Western Television this morning, the SA security to Governor Adeleke, one Samuel Oludare, retired Deputy Commissioner of Police, said that this Banik, we have been on his trail. He called me run away. He said I was on the run. Gentlemen of the press, this is Banik. Yesterday I was here. Day before yesterday I was on Fresh FM. I am always available. But he knows what he's saying and he meant it. Those people trailing me are PDP talks. They want to get me assassinated. They want to kill me. And genuine information has it that they lack the list of people they want to kill. Is it that they kill us or they burn our property? And I want to call the names to gentlemen of the press. Number one of the list is Remi Omowaye. Today they attacked him. As we speak, they are burning his office in Ilesha. Second on the list, Soko Tajuddin, our party chairman. Third on the list, Alhaji Bola Oyebamiji. Fourth on the list, Bayo Adeleke Bani. His own is double. We want to kill him, we want to burn his house. Number 5 is Honorable Oluga. And number 6 is Kehinde Ayantunji and as you know it, he cannot escape it because he always tell the truth. Alhaji Jamiu Olaomi. These are people on their list. Information, don't doubt it. Kọ́lá Alimi said, tí wọ́n bá bí bàbá àti ìyá yín dá ẹ lọ sí council, ẹ̀rí tójú yín máa rí. So we are calling on the DSS, the police, even NSO, security apparatus. They have to go deep at investigating crime in Osun. Not only this one, they have been doing it. This is not the first time. But for APC members, Abbas, you have dropped your blood for the party. You have been killed. Your killers are known. Only because we got a judgment and we followed that judgment. The governor that's supposed to kill us is unfortunate. Amotekun, I was told, entered Orílẹ̀ local government with 2 loaded vehicles, fully armed, and they were shooting. That they were the one that led the talks to Orílẹ̀ local government. What do you expect? In this state, in the past, the chairman of Amotekun has been alleged to have killed 2 people in Ede. If you don't forget, is it the chairman of Amotekun? It was an allegation. The field commander, sorry, not the chairman, the field commander. We don't understand. Once you have a tainted, once your character is tainted, you should not be given that kind of appointment. You are heading security outfit, and that security outfit is under the control of the state, and you are using them against us. Fún àwọn tí wọ́n lè má gbọ́ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì mi, ohun ìbànújẹ́ ló jẹ́ o fún wa ní Ọ̀ṣun léni wípé ohun tí òfin ìjọba, ohun tí ilé ẹjọ́ gbélé wa lọ́wọ́ pé ká ṣe, ẹgbẹ́ APC fẹ́ lọ máa ṣe, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ PDP kó tọ́ọ̀gì wọ́n sì fi ń pa àwọn èèyàn wa. Wọ́n pa alága Ìrèwọlé local government Abbas Adérẹ̀mí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn náà sá ní àdá, ọ̀pọ̀ náà yìnbọn mọ́. Àwa rò pé gómìnà tá a ní ní Ọ̀ṣun máa lè dáàbò bò wá ni, ṣùgbọ́n gbà tó jẹ́ gómìnà yìí, àwọn aides ẹ̀ gangan ni wọ́n ń sọ wípé àfi táwọn bá pa wá tán o. Commissioner for Information Barrister Kọ́lá Alimi ó sọ níta nínú fídíò pé tí wọ́n bá bí ìyá wọn dá àti bàbá wọn kan lọ sí council. Abbas sì sọ pé òun sọ máa ó lọ council ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti pa o. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́tì fìjàmbá ṣe, ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ irọ́ pa dáadáa. Gbogbo àwọn leaders wa lẹ́ ń wé irọ́ mọ́. Èmi tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí tí mi ò dé Orílẹ̀ local government lẹ́ni, ẹni èmi ni mo lead tọ́ọ̀gì lọ́bẹ̀. Whoever tó bá kú ní Orílẹ̀, ẹ̀yin lẹ́mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pa o. Ọlọ́run bá mi mú yín torí àsìkò tẹ́ ń sọ yìí, oríṣiríṣi program ni mò ń ṣe nílùú Òṣogbo lórí rédíò àti lórí tẹlifíṣàn. Bóyá mo ti lè yára mi sí méjì ni kò tí yé mi, ṣùgbọ́n àti mọ̀ yín sí onírọ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin ará ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun, gbogbo ẹ̀yin 1,500 teachers tí wọ́n dànù, ẹ̀yin 2,000 health workers tí wọ́n dànù, a wà lórí eléyìí nítorí yín, nítorí ẹ̀tọ́ àti òfin tí à ń tẹ̀lé. Ẹ má dá wọn lóhùn o. Mo gbọ́ ní àárọ̀ ìpè Barrister Kọ́lá Alimi ó ní pàníkì yẹn àwọn kọ́ńtrátì kan tó ti gbà, yes I'm a contractor, ẹ gbé jáde, màá sọ fún yín pé òótọ́ ni mo gbà, òótọ́ kọ́ ni mi ò gbà. ẹni wọ́n ṣe money laundry láti ìgbà tí ẹ ti déjọba ara executive order yín ni pé ẹ ti yan committee tó máa ṣe fact finding lórí contract ọdún méjì ó ti lé o ṣùgbọ́n ń sìn tá a ní ẹ̀ lè fi tipátipá ṣèjọba lé wa lórí tí ilé ẹjọ́ ti sọ wípé ká máa lọ sí káàsù ìgbà yẹn lẹ tó rántí pé bàníkì yẹn o ẹ̀mí ọmọ wáyé o àtẹnìkan o àti lágbájá o wọ́n ṣe money laundry ẹ gbé jáde Alimi tó o bá gbé jáde ọ̀lẹ́ díẹ̀ afẹ́ rí ìjọba tó bá serious kó sórí rédíò náà ti ń prosecute ṣùgbọ́n kò yé yín ní àìmọ̀ ni ẹ mọ̀ gómìnà náà yẹ kó sọ fún pé no that is not civil ẹ kọ petition ti EFCC ẹ kọ sí ICPC tẹ́ ẹ bá rí wọn kọ ẹ kọ sọ́lọ́pàá ẹ invite àwọn ilé nǹkan báyìí báyìí náà ṣe wọ́n á pariwo it shows the kind of person that you are it shows how less enlightened you are. I'm sorry to say this of a commissioner for information that say I will publish what? Do defamation on character of character and see what will happen to you. One of you did it before. We are still in court. So whatever is it that you have, bring it out. Nobody is afraid of you. Gentlemen of the press, we are saying categorically that tomorrow 30 of our chairmen that remain will resume in that council. If they want to kill them, let them not start killing them one by one. Let them kill all of them together. And those of us that are leaders that you want to kill, yes, we are waiting to be killed. Because it is obvious now, from what Alimi said, you truly want to kill us. For what SA Security said this morning, that you are training us, a retired deputy commissioner of police, for that matter, and you can say that on the television, that you are training. Do you have to tell the person? Somebody you are training that you want to arrest, do you have to tell him? But it is God that put it in your mouth to let us know your intention. I say good afternoon once more, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
So, in absence of no question,
Sorry, I say legal. No, so no was
in absence of no question, I will invite Alhaji Jamiu Olawumi for a closing remark.
Let me check it first. Please, I want to confirm one. They said it was SA Legal that came to Western TV. This was not SA Security, but I thought it was SA Security. But where's my phone?
Please note, views and opinions expressed in the course of this program do not represent that of OTV. Therefore, this channel is not liable to any legal action that may result from this program. Please note, views and opinions expressed in the course of this program do not represent that of OTV. Therefore, this channel is not liable to any legal action